Hi, my friends. This is Gary Hibbs with Unleashed to Lead, and thanks for joining me just for a couple of minutes to hear about the word from the chair. And the word from the chair is focus. You know, as we enter a new year in this age of just great distraction, it is really, really hard to focus. It makes Stephen Covey's quote, I remember him saying, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And I think that was said in the spirit of just trying to focus and pay attention to one thing at once. I also remember that Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, they were asked, what was the secret to their success? They had to choose a word, and they both, independently of each other, said focus. Our attention and our ability to get things done is really important. And I'm reading a book right now. I want to share that with you. It's by a guy named Cal Newport, and I'll show it to you right now. This book, Deep Work. And he wrote this almost 10 years ago. And let me read you something from the fly leaf on this book. He says, deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. We don't focus long enough to see things through. I know one of the challenges for me, I feel like I have attention deficit. And, I'm going to this thing and that thing, and I see a new shiny object, or I read books, and I don't necessarily finish the book because I'm on to something else. And, even almost 10 years ago, Cal Newport talked about this as the new superpower in this time that we're in. And things have only become more complicated. And I think, we have to ask ourselves questions. I know I do. One of the questions I ask myself is, what do I need to cut out in order to focus on the things that are most important? What do I need to prioritize? Do I do doom scrolling and all this stuff? Am I in useless meetings? Am I reading useless stuff that's really not going to move things forward? And then, not only do what we need to cancel, but what do we need to do to focus? We need to kind of get in a situation or an environment where we can have that deep focus and really get some real work done at a deep level. And I would encourage you to ask yourself those questions. What do you need to stop doing? And what do you need to start doing in order to effectively focus? And, I remember as a kid, I don't know if you did this, but I used to take a magnifying glass and burn leaves. And, with that magnifying glass, what happened is the heat from the sun was focused on a very direct ray. It wasn't diffused, but it was focused through the magnifying glass. And what would happen? It would start a fire. It would start a fire with that leaf, or at least the leaf would smoke. So where do you need to focus? And where do you need to take that magnifying glass and really do the deep work of getting something done? So I hope you'll join us Sunday at 7:30. We'll consider the word focus, and maybe you'll come with some ideas and hear some ideas from other people. As you know, every Sunday at 7:30, we meet, and no longer than 45 minutes. It's generally 30 minutes to 45 minutes. So we'll be meeting this Sunday, and you can go on my website, unleashedtolead.com, and get all of the information. And that would be great. I look forward to seeing you. So I hope you're having a great week and that you're having a focused week.